Okay, Brian. Well, this is a great subject. We've kind of taken a look at all the technical aspects of microdermabrasion, and now really a more of a holistic view of the market and the different machines for the different folks that are using them. Do you want to take us through it?
Sure, Eric. When I look at microdermabrasion marketplace, I look at it in really four different sections. I see a home user market, I see an entry-level market, a professional market, and what I would consider the medical or high end of the market. What really differentiates the different markets in my mind are: one, performance; two would be capacity; and three, reliability. So at the low end of the market, the entry-level market, they're generally lower powered units with lower. I should have said we'll focus on the entry-level, professional, and MD markets in this segment. We'll let the home market go for another time period.
Yep.
But at the low end of the market, the entry-level units, generally lower power units, smaller capacity, little or no control over the crystal flow. And as we talked about in previous segments, you're going to have smaller gauges that are going to be more difficult to read. You're going to have smaller knobs that are going to be more difficult to adjust on the entry-level side of the marketplace. The lower performance is going to really constrain the type of procedures you're going to do. Most of the quality entry-level devices are going to have the performance to be able to do a basic facial procedure, what most people think of when they think of a microdermabrasion procedure. But as we'll find as I go through professional medical, you see that there are other procedures that you can use microdermabrasion for to solve your client's needs and generate income.
Got it. So the entry-level market, a good place to start. It's going to achieve some of what you need in your practice, but ultimately you're not going to be able to do a lot of the other procedures that the higher end machines could do for you. And so now we're into the medical and the professional editions.
Right. So on the performance, you're not going to be able to do all the procedures, but you're also going to spend a lot more time filling, emptying crystal cartridges, fixing things, and maintaining the device. On the level of device I consider a professional microdermabrasion device, a device that a professional esthetician would use as the foundation of their aesthetic practice, or that would be the workhorse in, say, a med spa environment where the procedures are being performed by estheticians. We would consider that the professional quality microdermabrasion. It gives you the power to perform virtually all procedures quickly, and procedures that you wouldn't normally be able to do on an entry-level device that you might be able to do on a professional device would be scar remediation, stretch marks, maybe callus removal. There's other procedures that most people don't even think of, Bachel's and some other procedures that we'll get to in future videos. But in general, you have a professional device will have the performance to do those extra procedures. It'll have the capacity, crystal capacity, to continue to work throughout the day so that you're not having to take time out between clients to fill and empty and maintain the device. It's going to really become the workhorse for your aesthetic practice.
Okay. So when we think about the Dermaglow and the Dermaglow 2, the professional, edition, how does that stack up against some of the other options in the market?
Sure. Well, just getting to the third category, professional category, which I would consider a medical model. Microdermabrasion started in the early 90s in Italy with very, very aggressive procedures. Doctors were actually drawing blood with their microdermabrasion devices, and that's been toned down over the years, but there's still a demand for what we consider the highest end medical devices. and those would even be more powerful. They'd share a lot of the characteristics with the professional devices, but really would be differentiated with the added extra power that you could do the same procedures of the professional esthetician, but you could do them more quickly, and or you could do some of the real aggressive protocols, such as stretch mark protocols, where you would actually, in some cases, draw blood serum through the skin. So back to your answer to the Dermaglow, we really focus on the professional and the MD end of this marketplace. Our Dermaglow 2 professional unit comes with a 330 watt compressor. That doesn't mean much to you. That's almost a half of horsepower, almost approaching lawnmower kind of performance there. It has the performance to do those scar remediation treatments, the callus treatments, the stretch marks. It has a 4-pound crystal capacity, so it will allow up to 25 plus treatments. It's really designed, as we've mentioned, low maintenance, very quiet. You know, if you're a professional, you want your tool to be quiet and reliable. And as we've talked in previous segments, power actually can lead to some interesting opportunities with microdermabrasion. If you have a pump that moves a lot of air through the microdermabrator, it's drawing crystals through the microdermabrator at different vacuum levels. So if you have a lot of air at low vacuum levels, you can still draw a lot of crystals through that device. With a high performance professional device, you can turn the device lower, get into some of those more sensitive areas of the skin around the eye and some of the mucous membranes to perform microdermabrasion where other microdermabrators can't.
Got it. Well, that's a big differentiating point. Is there anything else you think would be important for our listeners to hear about in this regard across the different device options?
Sure. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about the difference between our Dermaglow 2 professional device and the Dermaglow MD device that we manufacture. As I mentioned, the professional device has about a 330 watt motor. Our MD model has a 400 watt motor to allow it to even perform at a higher level. Again, doing the same procedures that the professional device will do, maybe doing them a little faster. Our MD model actually comes with fancy anodized knobs and a custom faceplate. And we sort of look at it for the medical professional that might want a Ferrari sitting in their work area. But one thing you do want to be careful of is microdermabrators at this level of performance can cause issues with the skin if they're not properly used properly. So you want to make sure that they're used by trained professionals only.
Got it. Well, thank you very much for that, Brian, and we hope everybody found this useful. Please, again, like and comment and subscribe to the channel, and please let us know what else we can tell you about in the future for future episodes. Thanks again. Bye for now.